Today we're doing build 9 of my 30-day create mod build challenge. And today we're building a clock tower, or I might say a building with a clock tower. So it's a little bit open for interpretation, but that's the prompt that we have for today. And I'm thinking about building a town hall, and it's going to be right here in the middle of my little town. You can see our starter base over there. We have a windmill, and over here we have the last build that we made, which was a chocolate factory. And then we have the tree farm and a storage facility, and behind that, somewhere there's a train station as well. So, for today, we're doing a town hall. So, let's get started. I'm going to do a little bit of preparation by clearing some trees and getting rid of the moss blocks as I usually do, and then we'll start planning the layout. For the build itself, I am just going to use stone bricks like this, and we're going to have a bunch of pillars here that are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 tall in total, and then we're going to separate them by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone bricks like so, and then we're going to place another pillar that is 5 tall, and then we're just going to repeat this process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then pillar. And I'm going to do that all the way around here in a square. So we'll go one more here. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then pillar, and then we turn here and we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we pillar. Now you should have something that looks like this. And for the inside, what I want to do is I kind of want to have walls that are made with oak planks. So we're just going to put some of this here, and we're also going to make this, about 2 tall all the way around. So basically just take these oak planks and just go in a line all the way around each side. And that's going to kind of work as our inner wall like that, and it gives us a little bit of depth compared to the stone here. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll jump to the next step. Now you should have something like that looks like this. I also made some holes here for potential windows just to kind of see what it might look like. So I'm just kind of testing out the look and seeing how it contrasts with the stone and everything. And I also want to go ahead and now put some stripped spruce logs in here. So for the area where our doors are going to be, I want to have some stripped spruce logs like this. And I also want to bring that into the inside. So we'll try to repeat the pattern that we had outside a little bit. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then put a log like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put a log like that. And then we'll end up with 3 here, which is okay. And then we're just going to connect these, and we're going to do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and have one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, have one here. And we're just kind of connecting everything just like so. Now, for the inside, like to fill these holes here, I just like to use stripped oak logs, just like this. And it's going to kind of create a nice pattern that will feel just good for our town hall. So yeah, I think that'll look good. And once you've filled in the floor, it should look something like this. And now I kind of want to decorate these pillars a little bit because the stone looks kind of plain. So what I want to do on each pillar is I want to take the spruce stairs like this. And then I'm also going to take spruce trapdoors and just place them all around like this. And we're also going to knock out one of these pieces and place a blast furnace inside the pillar like this. However, you may have to come from the side like that in order to get rid of, this opening here, the grill. It's always going to be facing you. So you want to place it in here, and it might be a little bit tricky if you're like on a corner pillar like this. You might have to go and stand like that in order to get the furnace in there. However, you're always going to have one side that's open on these corner pillars, and I'm not going to worry about it. I think it looks kind of cool. So we're just going to keep doing this, and on these corner pillars, you also want to have spruce stairs, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for each pillar. Same thing, just place more trapdoors, knock out the middle pillar, place our blast furnace, and our spruce stairs. Now I kind of want to get started with the roof line and figure out how tall I want the roof. And I think I'm going to go ahead and bring each one of these pillars up one more. And that will allow us to kind of get a top of our window here. And then we can have some overhang from the roof over these pillars. We're just going to go ahead and do an inner ring of stone brick on the inside here. And that's going to be like the line of our roof here. So we kind of get that mapped out like so. And we go around and just raise all the pillars by one. Then I kind of want to figure out where I want to have, whoops, we missed one. But yeah, we kind of want to figure out where we want to have our middle section, like the tower of this build. It's going to be a very short tower, but we're going to call it a clock tower just to get it done. So what I want is like, I kind of want a roof that goes in a little bit. So I'm kind of using this as a measuring stick or something. And we're just going to go across like so. And this is going to serve as our kind of roof boundary here. And then for the inside, I probably want some birch, like strip birch log. And I'm going to put it like one out from where the pillars are here, just to make it a little bit wider. And we're going to build that up on the opposite side as well, just like so. And this will be kind of the placeholder for where our clock tower will be that will have the clock. Now it's time to put in our clock. And I kind of imagine that this building is going to have like roofs here on the side or something. And then I don't know what I'm going to do here. Maybe like another roof here. But then it's going to have like a little bit of a tower, which I guess will count as our clock tower for today's build criteria. Now, one thing I don't know is I don't know how far back I actually want this. Right now, this is like my preliminary idea. Initially, I had it like here, and then I moved it back a couple of blocks. So I think this is where I want it, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna put the clock here in the middle, probably like one block up, and then we need like a power source. So just since I don't know how far back or forward this is going to be, I'm going to put my power source here, which is going to be a water wheel. We could probably use a small one, and then we'll need to use a clockwork bearing. And we also need a shaft to make all of this work. So let's put our clockwork bearing right there, just like so. And then we will connect the shaft here all the way back. And the reason I'm doing this is so that we can, if I decide the tower should be further back, I still have room to move this back. So I don't want to put the water wheel right here in case I need to move this. So that's all I'm doing here. And then we'll put our water wheel on there like so. And then I'm just going to build like a little area for our water to go. And you can change the look of our water wheels by right clicking with some planks. And I'm just building up like this. And then we'll put water there. And now the water is flowing onto the wheel, which is going to give us rotation to make our clockwork bearing work. Now, I'm not sure about the design for the clock itself, but I do want to use some kind of wall. And I'm thinking like polished deep slate might be the best. I'm still not sure what kind of backdrop. I'm thinking like a white backdrop of some kind, but also not 100% sure. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We got like 3 blocks in width for our clock. So 1, 2, 3, like that. I think that's going to be a good, I don't know what you call these, pointers. And we can do super glue just like so, and we'll glue this like that. We could have multiple pointers, like we could have a shorter one right here and glue that on. Because then in the settings here, you have multiple options. So you have hour hand first, minute hand first, and 24-hour hand first. And if we right click here, we'll see that we have our hour hand. And I've actually stopped time in here. So game rule, do daylight cycle true. Oh, did I glue them? Is that the issue? So if we don't glue that, oh, here we go. So now you can see we have our hour hand in the front here, and then we have our minute hand in the back. I think I will only have the hour hand, maybe, but that's how a clockwork bearing works. And you could change these up depending on, depending on what you have. So now we have this as the minute hand, and this is now the hour hand. And now we're switching their positions. So, although I think because I put this downwards, it's going to be the wrong hour. It should actually be like 11 a.m. right now. So we might need to do this. Oh, let's right click again. We're just undoing all our glue here. All right, let's do this one and this one. And now this is more accurate. So I think it's like 11 a.m. right now. And there you go. Now it's noon. And if we set this to false again, now our clock will stop. So you do need to have the daylight cycle on. Since I'm doing this in creative, I turn that off so that it's always daytime for me. But yeah, that's the basic concept of what this building is going to be. I'll probably decorate it with some kind of seating area like you would have in a town hall, like for meetings or something. And some kind of stage, where someone could talk. And then I'll add a little bit of, trim here, try to decorate, really focus on making something that looks nice. And we'll see how it goes. So let's do another time lapse. And I'll be back once we're done. All right, and we're done. So we built our little town hall, which has a clock on a sort of tower, I guess. So we're kind of bending the rules here, but I think that's what's awesome with these builds is like you kind of take the prompt and do whatever you do whatever you like with it. You know, just be creative, just practice, right? So yeah, we got the clock here. That's our only like really crate thing that I put in there. And yeah, then we have some windows. I used these blast furnaces for decoration. As long as you don't look from the back, you won't see the little grills there because I can't hide them on the corners. So if you look in the back here, you'll also see the grills. But you know, we're gonna ignore those. And yeah, this is the finished build. So 1 day build, and let's head inside. I left this like little cupboard area here, like just to give it a little bit more depth as you're looking at it, just to be like, oh, what's inside here? So you walk in, and you get in here, and we have like a little lectern here where we can read this book, which is empty right now, and we can talk to our citizens or whatever we might have. And these are crate seats, so you can actually sit on them and listen to whatever we're discussing during the meeting, and maybe, you know, stare out the window here if it happens to be a bit boring. Over here, I just put a seat, a little crafting blueprint here just for decoration. And over here, we just have like a little crafting bench with another seat where we can sit out or sit down and enjoy the view. Just the view of the harbor here. And of course, we have a little fireplace. I just put 12 campfires down to give it a bunch of smoke in there. And the smoke does go up in the chimney. And then up top, we have like the chimney going out. And I stuck some plants up here just for some additional decoration. And then I made an attempt at decorating like a chandelier. I think this is like the first one I've done from scratch without a reference. And I think it turned out okay. So I would love to learn more like how to do more chandeliers and like, I mean, just interior decoration in general, just to try different things to get better at that, because that's something I do struggle with. This is my 1-day build. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have a build, I would love to see it. Make sure to leave a comment down below, upload it to schematiccannon.com, and let me know what your thoughts are and, what else I should build. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.